Hey everyone, please take a moment and really listen because this matters. Starting February 1st, several important changes are rolling out that could affect Social Security benefits, Medicare coverage, and overall retirement income. If your monthly check helps pay for groceries, utilities, rent, prescriptions, or medical care, this is information you cannot afford to miss. These updates may influence how much you're paid, what gets deducted for premiums, or even whether you continue qualifying for certain assistance programs. I know how easy it is to scroll past another update, but this one could directly impact your next deposit, your healthcare costs, and your peace of mind. My name is Secure Benefits Guide, and I want you to know exactly where this information comes from. Every week, I spend hours reviewing official updates from the Social Security Administration, the Treasury, Medicare, and the VA. I don't rely on rumors, headlines, or social media speculation. Everything shared here is pulled from verified government sources and explained in plain, straightforward language. Think of this space as a trusted friend sitting with you, breaking down what's real, what's changing, and what steps you can take to protect yourself. I understand how stressful this topic can feel. When you're living on a fixed income, there's very little room for surprises. Food costs are higher, medications are more expensive, and even basic bills like electricity and heating feel heavier than they used to. So when you hear that Social Security rules are changing, it's natural to immediately wonder if your check is going down. That worry is completely valid, and you're not alone in feeling it. Millions of people are asking the same question right now. Let's slow this down and take it step by step. By the time you reach the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of what's changing on February 1st, who these updates apply to, and how you can prepare calmly instead of reacting in fear. Knowledge really does make a difference here. As of February 1st, several agencies, including the Social Security Administration, the Treasury, and Medicare, are updating key rules tied to cost thresholds, premium adjustments, and eligibility guidelines. What that means in real life is that your monthly deposit, the deductions taken out of it, or your Medicare premiums could shift. Some people may see a slightly higher payment, while others might notice a reduction once updated premiums or withholdings are applied. Even small changes can matter when you're carefully budgeting for essentials like food, rent, or prescriptions. It's also important to understand timing. While the rules take effect February 1st, you may start seeing signs of these changes in your statements or notices around November or December. That's why paying attention now can help you avoid confusion or panic later. These updates affect a wide group of people. That includes retirees receiving Social Security retirement benefits, individuals on SSDI, SSI recipients, veterans who receive VA benefits alongside Social Security, widows and widowers collecting survivor benefits, and anyone enrolled in Medicare savings programs like QMB, SLMB, QI, or the Extra Help Prescription Drug Program. If you fall into any of these categories, this information applies directly to you. To make this more real, let me share two short examples. Dorothy is 72 and lives in Indiana. Her Social Security check covers most of her monthly expenses, and her Medicare Part B and Part D premiums are deducted directly from that check. If her premiums rise by even $15 or $25 a month, that's money she no longer has for groceries or medication. Then there's Maria, a widow living in rural Texas. She receives a small VA pension along with Social Security and qualifies for a Medicare savings program that helps pay her premiums. If new income limits tighten just slightly, she could lose that assistance and suddenly face new out-of-pocket costs. These are not extreme situations. They're everyday realities for millions of people. Now let's talk numbers so you can see what's happening more clearly. Some figures are still early estimates, with official confirmations expected shortly after February 1st. For the current year, Social Security and SSI benefits received about a 2.5% increase. The maximum taxable earnings cap rose to roughly $176,100, and earnings limits for those below full retirement age increased slightly as well. Looking ahead, the 2026 cost of living adjustment has been delayed due to a partial government shutdown. The Bureau of Labor Statistics has not yet released the September CPI report, which Social Security uses to calculate COLA. That report is expected around February 1st, and once it's released, the official COLA number should follow quickly. Early projections suggest a COLA of around 2.7%. If that estimate holds, the average Social Security benefit, currently around $2,008 per month, could increase to approximately $2,060. For someone receiving $1,800 a month, a 2.7% increase equals about $48.60 more each month. But here's the key point. If Medicare premiums rise by $15, your actual net gain would be closer to $33.60. That's why it's so important to look at what you truly take home, not just the headline increase. Another major update involves income thresholds. Starting February 1st, the income brackets used to determine Medicare premium surcharges known as IRM-AA are being adjusted. The same applies to eligibility limits for Medicare savings programs and the Extra Help prescription program. If your income crosses these new thresholds, even slightly, you could lose assistance or face higher premiums. There is, however, some genuinely positive news. Earlier this year, Congress passed the Social Security Fairness Act, which repealed the government pension offset and the windfall elimination provision. These rules had reduced benefits for certain public sector workers like teachers and state employees. With their repeal, many people will finally receive their full Social Security benefits, potentially adding hundreds of dollars a month once recalculations are completed. So while February 1st brings new costs and eligibility changes, it also marks progress. A COLA increase helps offset inflation, even if only partially. The repeal of WEP and GPO restores fairness for thousands of retirees. The SSA is upgrading its systems to reduce delays and errors, and enrollment for programs like QMB, SLMB, QI, and Extra Help is being streamlined to reduce paperwork. For many households, these changes could mean being $15 to $40 ahead each month, sometimes more. That said, challenges remain. Prices are still high, healthcare costs continue to rise, and even a modest COLA can feel like you're just treading water. Crossing an income threshold by a small amount can result in losing valuable assistance. And staffing shortages at SSA offices can make getting help frustrating. But you are not powerless here. Being informed gives you control. Taking a few simple steps now can prevent surprises later. Log into your My Social Security account and review your information. Check your income carefully, especially if you've had extra earnings or withdrawals. See if you qualify for assistance programs that could lower your premiums and drug costs. Consider using withholding options so you always know your exact net payment, and adjust your budget now, even slightly, to prepare for possible changes. Looking ahead, the official 2026 COLA announcement should come shortly after the CPI report around February 1st, with new benefit amounts taking effect in January 2026 and appearing in February payments. Additional income and premium thresholds will be released later in the year. There is also ongoing discussion in Congress about changing how COLA is calculated to better reflect senior expenses, so more updates are likely. I know this can all feel overwhelming, but take a breath. You've handled rising costs, uncertainty, and tight budgets before, and you're still here. These benefits are not handouts. You earned them through decades of work and contributions. You deserve clarity, fairness, and respect. If this helped you feel more prepared for February 1st, please like and subscribe so you don't miss future updates, and share your experience in the comments. Have you noticed changes in your check or premiums? Your story might help someone else feel less alone. Helpful links and a printable checklist are included below. Take care of yourselves and each other. We'll get through this together.